What's happening, everyone? I am getting ready to start on a game of Tavern Master. I'm going to continue the game that I started a while back. I'm listening to Space Taco Vibes on Twitch. Another DJ that I listen to. Want to do a shout out for her. If you want to check her out, again, it's Space Taco Vibes, and she plays some pretty good music. And I think what I'm going to start doing is, like I did for Database, I'm going to take a moment either at the beginning of or middle or end, at some point, whenever my brain decides, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to shout out other channels that I like to enjoy, be it from a DJ standpoint or a gamer standpoint. You know, there are things that I like and I'd like to share with you guys. So today is Space Taco Vibes on Twitch. Make sure to check her out. And I'm going to have her music playing while I play Tavern Master. But I will turn it down a little bit because, you know, it's background music. You guys don't want it to be too loud. And, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, 5M's actually been pretty slow. I haven't been able to get on there much and play. I mean, when I do, I post what I do, but there hasn't been a whole lot of people on. So, you know, it's just me running around with my characters, and it's really no fun. You know what I mean? An empty server, nobody wants to watch that. So, hopefully some guys can get back on there. We've opened up the server, so if you guys are interested in getting involved in this server or getting on there, shoot me a message, and I'll see if I can't get you hooked up, and I'll send you a link to the Discord, as well as a direct link to the server. Alright, let's see if I can adjust some of these settings on here. I don't really want the crowd volume on there. I don't really need it. I have to remember what I was doing here. It took a minute. Waitresses. Alright. I probably need to fill this box anyways. Oh, I'm way down. I didn't even realize how broke I was. I have $0. Almost out of lemonade. Lemonade seems to be the highest seller. I'm not really sure why that is, but you know, that's how the game works, I guess. Well, I also renamed it to Willie's Watering Hole. A little tribute to Willie Sanchez. We'll keep that lemonade full because, yeah, they're drinking that lemonade down. I think they're doing a raid train on Twitch, is what she's talking about. And there's actually going to be a couple of really good DJs on there, and including my favorite, Sahar, and she's on at 11 p.m. So the raid train is going to start. If you guys don't know what a raid train is, if you're not on Twitch, a raid train is where you do your session and then you raid the next person. So all the people that are in your session goes to the next person, and then that person does their session, and then they send everybody as a raid to the next person, and they're all in a group, and so they send the people down the line, and each time someone plays, they raid the next person with all of their people to keep the raid train going, and then by the time you get to the end, you got like a few thousand people all in one. So the DJs get better and better each time. Not that any of them are worse than the other. It's just, there are some that are a little bit more in depth and have more followers than others, and those are kind of the ones that get rated more towards the end. I'm trying to zoom in here. Let me see if I can see what this says. All right, it's Cthulhu with Deacon Vlad at 10 a.m. Eastern time. These are Eastern time. I'm Pacific time, so that would be 7 a.m. There ain't no way I'm getting up at 7 a.m. to do that. I'm just saying, doesn't happen. I mean, it's 11 o'clock at night, Pacific Standard Time right now, and I'm just now getting started. So, but anywho, yeah, that's going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and then they're going to raid Child of an Android at 1 p.m. And that's Eastern Time, and then they're going to raid Fatty Carrot. It's at 3 p.m. And then at 5 p.m. they will raid Tacosaurus Max. Wow, that's a wild name, dude. That's pretty cool though. Tacosaurus Max. But anyways, that's at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Ethan Dub at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then Nikki D DJ 9 p.m. and then Sahar with guests. Apparently, she's gonna have somebody on the show once in a while. She does that, and she'll have someone. Oh, it sounds like we are rating somebody as well. Alio OG maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, I gotta pay to do that. I don't really want to do that right now. I need to make sure I have foods and stuff. All right. Well, they have there's a little bit of food in there. I don't know if I'm gonna like this person we just raided. I mean, it's not bad. The music doesn't sound that bad, but their stream is a bit. I don't know. Give me a second. I'm gonna change this. Let's jump over to DJ New Girl. I think I brought up DJ New Girl on the day that I streamed a database video. So we're back over to DJ New Girl. You know, her music, it's hit and miss. It's pretty good. She's a Canadian DJ out of Vancouver. Um, and she's all right, but you know, I like slightly different music than what she plays from time to time. And it looks like she's just doing dance, funk, and disco tonight. So let's see what else we can do. I mean, I'm gonna listen to it for a bit. I want it to be something that I like. So um, I guess we're gonna pick a new DJ. Let's see. Let's try someone new. DJ Magic Mike, you have 226 viewers. Let's see how you sound. Okay, probably not. This is old school house party. So no, I don't really want to listen to that. How about this one? What's this one? Underground Rescue Channel. Looks like it's going to be a bot. Okay, I don't want to listen to a streamer bot. So none of the DJs that I'm subscribed to are up right now. Um, there's some really good ones, just nobody's on right now. And these other ones, I'm just not. I've gone around and I've listened to a lot of the DJs. And I've pretty much followed the ones that are worth listening to, and I've subscribed to the ones that. I mean, I don't really subscribe to them. I mean, I hang out in their. If I'm subscribed, it's because I hung out in their stream long enough that somebody has gifted me a subscription. And it's not that I don't want to support these people, but I'm literally broke. Like, I'm gonna make whatever I make tomorrow cutting hair, and I'm gonna literally drive to the gas station, put half of it in gas just to drive to the grocery store to spend what I have left to get groceries and then get back home. Like, it's insanely expensive to live anymore in this area that I'm in. And the whole industry here has been destroyed. Like, there's no jobs, there's no businesses, there's no work. All that is left is medical professions and the transportation industry, trucking. And I don't truck anymore. I don't drive a truck anymore because of my medical problems. And so, you know, I've been trying to get some kind of like like an online job, like a remote job that I can do on my computer. But right now, it's just nobody's really hiring right now. Nobody's staying in business. Nobody can afford to even stay in business. And if they do, they've broken it down to like their individual persons, and they're only working with certain people. At least in my industry, filmmaking, I do editing, and you know, I don't. If I'm not getting paid to edit, then I don't really do the job. I know there's a lot of like student filmmakers and some guys out there that, you know, they may live with their parents, or they might have a job or live in a city where they can go out and find work really easy. Like I live 25 miles from a city, you know, so I can't just go to my neighbor and say, hey, can I mow your lawn? Or, hey, do you need a computer fixed? Or, hey, you can't do that. Like, you have to drive 15 miles to get to the closest anything. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm in a position that I can just go somewhere and go work or make money or do whatever these things. There is no grind. There is no side hustle where I live. It's not possible. It's not feasible. Our closest neighbor is, like, kid you not, a freaking truck lot that rents out parking spaces to trucks. Like, it's desolate out here. besides like a couple of truck stops and some trucking companies. And that was fine when you're a trucking company. Like I was a trucking company for 65 years. And you know that's no longer the thing, you know. If you know my story, you guys know my story. If not, it's a long one. You'll have to go back to some of my earlier videos to pick that up. But I lost everything because of lawsuits and regulations in California. So everybody is finally getting caught up with. So all the people that didn't go out of business when we went out of business were running and operating illegally. And I say that because I know most of them personally. I'm not going to name names, but, you know, I asked them, hey, man, how are you guys operating and still paying all these fees and all these regulations and keeping up with the EPA and all this? And they're every single one of them the same answer. We don't. We just operate and we don't do it. Well, that's illegal. And not only is it illegal, but it's deceitful. And so I can't do that. I can't just do something illegally to get by, because it has been ingrained into me that if you do something in a way that isn't honest, it won't be blessed. And I would rather be honest and work harder than just being a criminal and being like, you know, lying about everything that I'm doing or doing it under the table. It's just not worth the risk. Especially with trucking, man. If these guys get caught, it's millions of dollars in fines. And then the state's going to take everything you've got. I know. They will happily come and take everything you have without question. I know that for a fact, that it's happened to me. You know, and so now you're getting a lot of the companies that were operating illegally or just doing their thing anyways, they're getting shut down now. They can't hire drivers because they're getting cracked down by the CHP. They're shutting down their trucks. They're just going out of business and leaving the state because they can't operate here. And we still have people that are here operating, but they're massive companies. And the larger the company, the easier it is to do these things, because whether you have 6 trucks or 600 trucks, you have to pay the same stuff. You have to pay for the same regulations. You have to pay the same bills. You have to pay the same percentages. So it's really hard on the smaller trucking companies. And then the EPA regulations, unless you're willing to drive the cheapest, crappiest truck on the road with 0 emissions, you're not going to get heavy-duty use tax in California. And we did heavy haul, so it was like the heaviest tax that you could pay, and they won't even allow our diesel trucks to be on the road anymore. I bought 3 brand new trucks in 2018, and they said, oh yeah, these have to be off the road by 2023. Well, screw you. I'm not going to pay for $5 million worth of trucks just for you to take them off the road. So I don't know. It's interesting to see what Trump's going to do. I doubt that he'll really do anything. I think both parties are the same. They're just, you know, two sides of the same coin. Democrat and Republican are just good cop, bad cop. You know, and that's the sad reality that we live in. And there's not enough people that are willing to stand against that type of stuff to make any change. So the changes that we will have are going to be unwanted or deceptive, because they'll make it seem like the change is good, when in reality the change is just enslaving the people more. So I'm just going to keep my, I can speed it up a little bit. I'm just going to keep my tavern how it is for a while and just build up some money. Let's see. Cheese recipe. But I don't have 1500, whatever this is. Prestige. So I still have to do this. Kind of sucks, because then it evens out the cost of everything. All right. Well, I'm not going to worry about a special event right now, I don't think. I'm just going to let it operate for a little bit. But yeah, it's gotten really bad here in this area that I'm in California. And the only people that really live here are people that work in LA and they drive up here. Or, you know, they might work in Fresno or something like that, or Bakersfield. But, you know, they drive to work, or they work remotely. And you know, for my entire life I did trucking, mechanic work, fabrication, um, hydraulic, electromechanical, you know, all that type of work, engineering type work, but all hands on. That's the kind of work that I've done my whole life, and that's just not here anymore. There's nobody to pay for that type of work. You know, I paint cars, I do custom automotive, custom suspensions, engine work, stuff like that. And you know, once in a while, I get somebody that'll call me up and say, "Hey, man, I need this door fixed," or "Hey, my car needs, you know, a tune-up or something." And they know I can get the job done quickly and done right, and so they call me. But when it comes to like modification of vehicles and stuff like that, nobody has the money for that anymore. And for barbering, man, it's gotten to the point where people are going to Walmart and paying $20 for clippers, and they're cutting their hair themselves. Yeah, it looks like crap. Everybody walking around here, their hair looks like they put a bowl on their head. You know, they call it chili bowl. You know, it looks like crap. But they don't care because it didn't cost them anything. And this is the reality of our world that we live in now. Like, no one has the money to do anything extra. And the majority of small businesses are reliant on that extra because massive corporations are what control and own everything that is considered a need. So what do? You know, you either have to work for those big corrupt corporations, or you start your own business that will not make it because nobody has extra money to spend on that type of stuff. So when that happens, all your industry dies, and all the businesses close down, and they all stop working. See, it's that lemonade, man. They drink up that lemonade fast. That's why I have it set high. It's $5. I think beer needs to be 4. Change prices. Beer. See, wine will make that $6. Ale will make that 5. Alright, that'll work for now. Man, I gotta change this music. This guy sucks. Alright, let's see who Fuchsia World is. Like, I don't care if they're male or female. Just play some good stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of them get follows or likes because they're, you know, half-naked females or something like that. But I'm just not really... I don't really care because I'm not paying attention to it that much. I'm listening to the music. So I'll try anything. Like, I'll listen to male DJs, female DJs, couple DJs. Yeah, so that, you know what I mean? Like Skittish and Bus, they're cool. They're a couples DJ. They're two people. I don't know if they're a couple like together or not, but they're, you know, they work together for sure. And then let's see who else. Database, they're a couple as well. I don't know if they're like a romantic couple or whatever. They're just two people that work together. Alright, this doesn't sound too bad. Turn it up a little bit just so we can hear it for a minute. I'll turn it back down here a bit and just kind of cruise with it. I'm trying not to overdo the sound too much because my OBS will pick it up and it's really loud. So I try and keep my audio down some. Well, I thought that was Tactical Grandma for a minute. So, no, that's a bad thing. Nothing wrong with that. I'm an old dude, but Fuchsia's World is an older lady, and she kind of looks like Tactical Grandma. So I looked up and was like, oh. So, here, I'll show you. And not to put anybody down, but I feel like, you know, oh, wrong one. I apologize. This is not where it should be. There we go. So, you know, she kind of looks like Tactical Grandma, maybe a little younger, but she looks the same in the face. As you can tell with the small screen popped up, you know, she kind of looked like Tactical Grandma. But, you know, enough of that. So, yeah, this thing's like not making a whole lot of money. I feel like our expenditures are getting pretty high. And we're not making a lot. I wonder if there's ways to like change our menu prices. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Alright. Sweet. Well, I mean, she's not too bad. So far, the music doesn't sound too bad. And I like a lot of different kinds of music. I'm not just like a techno or whatever person. I like what I like in that moment that I'm listening to whatever, and that's just the way it is. I don't you know, I don't stick to any particular kind of music. There are certain types of music I just won't listen to, like modern country and a lot of rap. I just don't listen to it. I have no interest in any of it. Sorry, level up since it's happening. Let's see, a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Okay, something happened. Alright. She doesn't seem too happy. Boys, increase salary, level up. Seems too happy. I mean, she has been here the longest. But she's equal to this other one, so I don't want to be like, just because she's been here longer. What's her tips? It's 1 tip for every drink served. 1 tip for every drink served. So they're both pretty much exactly the same. So there's no reason for her to get any extra, like, any better treatment. So she's gonna have to get over herself. Let's see. We got him a helmet. He's got a sword. And we'll, there we go. Alright. So I was able to get him a little bit of armor. That'll be good. Because I've got a feeling as I grow, we're going to start getting more threats at night. Okay, lemonade, man. They're eating this lemonade up. I'm raising the price on it some more. Alright, I can do more waitresses now. Now I'll be able to get more guests. I don't want to hire another waitress though. Right now I want to stick to the size that we are for the moment. I mean, $19 isn't that bad. Just to get her to help out. This one can carry more drinks.
Thank you so much for coming. Good night. God bless the rest and say happy.
Alright, let's...
Break, a literal break.
Alright, there we go. I didn't know desserts were turned off, man. That's probably keeping people from buying all those desserts then.
Oh no, so just these.
Alright, well, we'll plan that, but it's probably, I mean, not really worth it. Water jumps up to $4, but lemonade goes down, so nobody hardly drinks the water anyways. Turn this down some. There we go. Okay, now desserts are going. Missing food, I guess. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. No. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, we'll do that. That's doing a little better. That's a little better. Driving table. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what the plants are going to do. I mean, it's just like... I haven't even bought plants because I don't spend hardly any money on this. Except for like what's needed to fill up the drinks and the food. See, and now that it's $4, they're sucking down that lemonade. He got a couple of waters, so that helps. See, they're tearing up that lemonade, man. And they did alright with water. They're drinking water, too. I don't know why they don't have the food one up here. Is that somewhere else? Do I have to check that somewhere else? No, it just goes to that. I'll send them to this. Oh, I gotta select these guys. I wonder if I should add some more tables. Yeah, I'll just stick with that. These things are so expensive to like... let's see. Yeah. Alright. I mean, they're kind of in the way, but, you know, whatever. I'm gonna reorganize them when we close. Like this. Probably just go right there. I don't know. I'll try that. I don't think it really matters. I think visually it bugs me, but I don't think it really matters. Kind of want to reorganize this. I want to move the kitchen over here behind the bar and then open that up for seating. So I might do that. Let's see, what is it, 50? Okay, that's not bad. And then I'll remove this wall here for now. Just so they can get out of there until tonight. I've done my expansion. People in there ordering to go can order to go and then leave. And then I'll move that to go area out here. Alright, here we go. This I can move here. Okay. I think that can work, and then remove this and then put these. Mm. can't. Well, how am I gonna move the counter? I have to build a new counter? Oh man. Okay. I guess this is the counter it means. And that's not gonna work for me. Um Yeah, it's got to be on that counter. So I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with this. Uh, I don't understand how I did this first one to begin with. Aha. Oh, I guess that could possibly work right there. I don't really like that. Alright, I guess I have to already have the wall here. So I messed up by taking that wall out. And now I can move this over here. Alright, and then let's see, this is the prep for the to-go station. Oh, that'll work. Alright, I hope this will work somewhat. And then huh. It's another one of those things that has to be mounted on the wall. And that nearly gives you the same coverage there. There. Alright. Now, move these tables around. Man, this noise from dropping these tables is kind of annoying. Alright, that works. And then I'll move this table. Come on, move over. There. That's a little better. then I'm going to do away with these two walls. Alright. See how that works. New floor. Yeah, I'll get that more plants thing out. I hate it when they put like pointless, useless things in there. So I probably am not going to add any kind of plants in here unless it's going to like boost my income in some way. Fire broke out. Alright. Oh, crap. Like, literally everybody else went, so I guess I should have had... Oh, no, it's spreading! Well, that sucked. Alright, I need to move that fireplace somewhere else. Like, it needs to be more centralized. I mean, that's... Alright, I'll put it over here, but I don't think it's really that big of a difference. But it's there. Alright. Might as well just waste all my money. Fill that thing up. I'm about to do it with these two. Alright. Everything's filled back up. I kind of like this layout a little bit better. Then it keeps all this stuff here in one location and I can just spread the rest of it out as I see fit. Time is it? 11:51. Okay, I spoke with about, and we are going to call a special meeting and get and together so that we can discuss this in more detail and get it handled. All right, sorry about that. I was talking to my phone. I left out names. So it sounded weird.
Practice off him. They're pretty awesome.
Now I'm adding in their names. So we have a special youth group that had some problems in it a few months ago with one of the members, and her dad was on the board. And we have had some issues with her dad as well, being inappropriate around a group of teenage girls. It's a female teen group, and the whole idea is to like do community service and do things for those that need help, and teach our girls what's right and wrong and how to act and how to be proper and all these things. And this guy, man, he's just a total wreck, and he's inappropriate with the girls, he's inappropriate with their mothers, and he's just foul mouthed and causes a lot of problems, which at first I didn't think he was that way. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and he was kicked out of another group. And I've known the guy for a while, and I'm like, no, he wouldn't do this. Come to find out, yeah, he would, and he is, and he does. And so we had to remove him from the board, and his daughter was voted out of the group, and it was a unanimous vote, and people were just kind of tired of it all. And so this person is no longer welcome, and her dad is no longer welcome. And this evening some drama happened that caused some problems, and I let the leader of the main group that has this youth group that I'm sort of in charge of, and then I'm a liaison with this other group between the two, and I let them know what had happened this evening, and so we're going to set up a meeting and discuss it. It shouldn't have been an issue. It would not have been an issue, but I think some communication needs to be clarified between the two groups, and it needs to be, dealt with in a timely manner. So I contacted a friend of mine that's part of the group and discussed it with him, and we're going to get together with two of the other guys that are members, and we're going to deal with it. I'm not saying the group, because I get a lot of hate from different sides, different groups of people because of it. So we'll just say it's a youth organization that is what's the word I'm looking for? Their philanthropy. They like to go out and help others. For some reason, my brain, my autism and my ADHD is causing me to not have any idea what I'm saying right now. But you kind of get an idea of what's happening, and it had been stressing my wife out a little bit. So I called a quick meeting and got that dealt with. Hopefully we can deal with it in a timely manner, and be tactful about it so that the parties involved aren't going to get hurt in any way. Because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to get them mad. I don't want to cause more problems. We just want the nonsense to stop. And we thought that it did. And apparently what happened is we have a big gathering here in California coming up. And we do this thing called the Burn and Brew. And we have different brewed beers. Some of us brew beer. And then we have cigars. So it's our Burn and Brew. We burn cigars and we drink brewed beer. Oh, shoot. Oh man, I'm gonna need some coffee. Coffee doesn't do anything for me. I'm gonna drink this brandy. All right. So, yeah. So our philanthropic youth group organization, I guess you could call it, is connected to a larger organization of people that have a very good but yet very bad outlook from the populace, not just in our country but worldwide. And so we try and keep drama like this out of it. But the Burn and Brew is coming up in March. And so we're going to have our ladies, the youth organization, do the serving of the meal and the hors d'oeuvres and the cleanup in the kitchen afterwards. They do this every year. Well, I don't know if the person that is not welcome did this on purpose or if it was an honest mistake. And what I think happened was his communications were crossed, and oh my god, why do I keep yawning so bad? But anyways, and I think it was misinterpreted at some point that this person was no longer part of the organization. And that person was invited, as well as their daughter, through our organization to be there to serve. Well, then this guy jumps into a chat room that has some of our girls in it, but not necessarily our official chat room, and says, oh, so-and-so's going to be there, my daughter's going to be there, and so-and-so and so-and-so, which are the two other girls that he was talking to. And you guys are going to be there, and you're going to be working the Burn and Brew. Well, yes and no. Yes, they are working the Burn and Brew, but they're not doing it because you're asking them to. They're doing it because their organization has plans to serve this dinner. And so last night we had a huge meeting with the group that's setting up this dinner. And I have already made a schedule on who's doing what. So this guy jumps in there and he's like, oh yeah, you are going to go with my daughter and they're going to be doing this. Well, no, they're not going to be doing that. And if they're part of our organization, they're not doing that job. They have other jobs that they will be doing. And then the girls were all upset because his daughter was going to be going after I was told that she's not going, and by her father. And after I reported this to my organization that person and her father was no longer part of the youth group. And so I don't know what happened. Somewhere in between there, gave this person the idea that he was still involved and that he was going to tell these other girls what they were doing, even when he was wrong about it. And it's just causing problems. So I had to set up a meeting. We're just going to have to get it squashed. And it's kind of touchy, and it's hard to explain it without you guys knowing what it is about and how it works. So you're probably not going to understand the majority of what I have to say about it. But it's like, so there's a main organization that we're members of. There's a side organization for those who don't meet the requirements to become part of our organization. And the state of California has decided to be inclusive and to allow them to be part of our organization because they say, well, they're no different than we are. But they are different. They're different because they didn't meet the requirements to become part of this organization, which therefore makes them different. I know, if you're not part of this organization, it sounds really crazy. But it's a very prestigious organization for people who... How do I word this in a way for laymen to understand? And I'm not trying to put myself out there. I'm a broke dude that can't even get a job, so I'm not somebody special. You know what I mean? But this organization is very old, and it's quite prestigious. And then you get these other people involved that don't act appropriately, and it starts to cause problems. And it's not that I'm trying to stereotype them, but these people are stereotypically rowdy, loud, obnoxious, foul-mouthed, and they don't usually conform to our policies. And so they're not part of our organization. So they have another organization that's very similar and is like a little side organization to ours that they are allowed to become part of. Now, that doesn't mean that they're still the same kind of people as we are. It doesn't mean that they're part of that organization. It just means that, you know, they wanted to better themselves and become part of this organization, but they couldn't. So now they want to try and do this. But the whole point of the organization is to make you a better person, not to corrupt the minds of young children and trash talk everybody and be a generally all around, I don't know I'm trying to think of a word that's not too harsh or rude. Because like I said, I like the guy in general as a person, but he's inappropriate. The way he speaks to the girls. I mean, he literally sounds like somebody that just stepped off of Epstein's island plane or something. You know what I mean? He talks to young girls as if they're hookers on the street. And he talks to his friends as if they're just... I don't know. Maybe he was raised in a ghetto or something, and that's just normal to him. But it's not acceptable in our organization. And so I have a problem with that. And I don't need that type of attitude and that type of thinking and that type of speaking around our girls. They're all like 13 to 17. They don't need that type of stuff around them. You know, they don't need some pervy uncle in there talking about getting drunk and doing all kinds of stuff with different girls and all this stuff. You know, he talks to them like they're 40-year-old men in a bar with their wives at home. You know, that trashy locker room talk. You don't talk that way to freaking kids, let alone teenage girls, man. You're a 40-year-old man. You should know better. Shame on you. And you can tell I'm heated about it. I get fed up with the guy. Because I'm fed up with him anyways just because of the way he acts. And then he wants to act this way in front of the girls. And I'm just like, this organization is designed to help these girls become better girls. Better people. Not only to have skills to do things, but to have manners. And to know how to act in society. Not act like fools. If you drink EJ brandy, you're yeah. This stuff. At first, I didn't like it, and it's only 80 proof. It's not very strong. It just has a interesting flavor to it. Not that it's bad. It's just a different flavor. And it's a little sharp, but it's probably one of the more flavorful brandies that I've had personally. There maybe there's better out there, but out of all the other brandies, most brandies that I've had besides this stuff has almost tasted more like a whiskey than a brandy. More like a cord or more of a grain alcohol flavor. Whereas this brandy is wine turned into liquor. You distill wine into like whiskey, but it's made from wine, which is made from grapes. So you get that distinctive flavor. And E&J brandy, in my opinion, seems to have that flavor of the grapes. And has a little bit of fruitiness and some woodsiness to it. So it's good. It's good stuff. Has a little bit of a bite to it, which I'm alright with. I drink whiskey, I drink scotch and other whiskeys and stuff. I mean, my favorite is rum. I've always been a rum drinker because, I lived on a boat for 20 years of my life. And the rum actually helps with seasickness. Mix with grog and stuff. We make grog out of it, stuff, and different ways to drink it. But that was always my thing. It was rum. And then, I liked scotch, but it's rare to find Highland water here in the States. And you're technically supposed to take a shot of scotch with a shot of Highland water, mix the two together, and then sip on it. That's how you drink whiskey. And there's even a special glass for it. Or not whiskey. I'm sorry, I keep saying whiskey. It's not whiskey, it's scotch. And I know some people will say there's only one difference between scotch and whiskey, and that's where it's, how it's made. And how it's made is it's made with Highland water. And if it doesn't have Highland water in it and it wasn't distilled in Scotland, then it's not technically considered scotch. But whatever. It's booze and it's scotch. It's the same as whiskey. Whiskey is just an American rye or grain alcohol. But brandy, on the other hand, is technically a distillation of wine or other fruit-based liquors or alcohols, and then it's distilled and then it becomes brandy. Oh, but when you take a shot of it versus sipping it like you're supposed to, I don't have time to sip it. Once in a while I sip on it, but sometimes I just take shots. And when you take a shot of it, it can have quite a little bit of a bite. But when you sip on it, it's actually pretty good stuff. But with scotch, you're actually supposed to have a special two-handled glass or pewter cup, and you add about a shot, equal to about a shot of scotch, and then equal a shot of Highland water, and then you sip on that. Typically with other people, it's not a single person's get drunk alcohol. It's a social alcohol that you're supposed to share with others. Thought this was going kind of slow. Alright, what's our time like? We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. And it's 12:12. I'm gonna go ahead and follow this fuchsia world. She's not bad. Let's see. Uh-oh. No, I'm still going. I didn't drop any frames. This seems to be going okay. I could add some more people in. Yeah, let me add some more tables. Alright, well, I'll put it here then. Move these over. And then I'll buy two of these. Probably could have done more, but I can change that later. Because I can move them down. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I can put 3 in there. Maybe I should have done that already. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Wait, how did I end up with these extra ones? 2. Hold on. How did I end up with 2 extras? Man, I must have done something wrong. I do not recall buying those. So I really do not know where these 2 came from. That's weird. Okay, that'll work. Start next day. Oh, excuse me. Still not yet. this is the elite person. I don't have a hotel yet, so she doesn't need to worry about that. Alright, let's let her do that, and then let's let this chick do some food and drinks, mostly takeout and cleaning. I think that'll work. Alright, see how that goes. Just waiting for the research to finish. Oh no, this already gave me extra 14 guests per day. Why does it say I have to have 20? Oh, that's for... okay.
Is that the right top, CC?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do it there. Alright. I don't know where to put this rug, to be honest. Yeah, that'll work for now. Alright. Lemonade again. Man, they burned through that lemonade. Might as well do a second lemonade. So I mean, you know, this game, it isn't extremely like interesting. It's kind of cool. It's like a time waster clip game, but you know, I needed a break, and it doesn't require other people to be enjoyable. Whereas 5M, if you're not in a server that's busy, it's, you know what I mean, you're not going to get much out of it. And the server has been busy, but lately it's just been dead because Hillbilly can't get on because he runs off of generated power, and he doesn't have fuel to get his generator running. So right now, because he's off grid, he's in the middle of nowhere in Oregon. And so when he doesn't have power, he's not logged on. And then two of the other guys had some problems. And they had to go and take care of those. So they're not online right now playing games. And then a couple of other guys, they're just kind of doing other stuff to take care of the server. And so they've just been busy and haven't been able to play. And it's a new server, so there's not a whole lot of people to come and you know, to get involved. So I'd like to get more people in that server. So I've been reaching out and inviting people. So again, like I say, if you're interested in joining the server and interacting with Willie or Kitty or Ron Ketchum, or you know, just play the game in general, you know, let me know and I'll get you a direct link so that you can get in the server, as well as the Discord server, to where we have all of the information for things that we do, like the fishing tournaments and stuff like that. And let me know if there's other things you guys want to see. We do other stuff like car shows and different gatherings of doing different things. But lately it's been fishing, which the fishing tournaments have been enjoyable. For me anyways. But it's not everything, you know? Like, it's just another extra thing that we can do to make the game enjoyable with the low amount of people that we have. But the more people we have, the more that those things will they'll grow. You know what I mean? They'll still be fun to do. What am I doing? It got cold, but I don't want to turn on the heater because it's loud and obnoxious, and you guys will have to listen to it. I feel like these events don't really like work out as well, because it limits how many people are in here, and then it regulates how much I can charge for my drinks and stuff. So I feel like I don't know what I was saying. I apologize. I started thinking about something else, I'm not gonna lie. This is my brain. This is what I have to deal with all the time. It wasn't that bad when I was younger. I worked really hard to like not be that way. But I feel like as of late, like the past 5 years, my mental stability has faltered slightly. And 1 minute I'll be sharp as a tack, and then the next minute, like, I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I really don't know what's going on. And I'm sure it has something to do because I have ADHD. I've lived my whole life with it. Um, I'm on an autistic spectrum, which I didn't know until later. Like I was an adult when I found that out. So I just kind of had to. I just kind of had to adapt on my own to all of these things and just kind of overcome. But now, as I'm getting older, I'm in my 40s. I'm 45 now. I find that it's becoming increasingly more difficult for me to see, like just the words just won't come out, and I find that this issue is becoming more and more difficult. So I'm also thinking that it's probably part my diet as well, and so I've started like growing our own foods and being a little bit more picky about what foods I get from the stores, especially since freaking eggs are $13 a dozen here, and I have old chickens that laid every day. I'd get 2 to 3 eggs a day from my chickens, and then I got another run of chickens that were similar, and then I got a third run of chickens, and on that third run of chickens, I switched foods. And I switched to Purina because it was cheaper and it was more accessible. I could get it here. Versus what I was using, like Harper's or whatever it was. Some kind of off-brand, natural, organic stuff. Anyway, so I started getting this laying a crumble stuff made by Purina. And I kid you not, that third run of chickens never laid an egg. And my old chickens that used to lay 3 eggs a day stopped laying completely. So you cannot tell me that that's just because I'm going to be adding a second level here. I'm going to have to add speed for upstairs. So you can't tell me that that's not purposefully done, that they release this food that has affected the chickens and now they're no longer laying. Like my third batch of chickens doesn't lay at all. And the chickens that I have left from my last batch that were laying on a regular 2 to 3 eggs a day completely stopped laying. So come on, really? It's the food. So I stopped feeding them that, and I went back to I couldn't get the other food, so I went back to a natural food source of bugs and stuff like that, and I'm feeding them off of stuff for my lamb. I have started getting eggs from my old run, but I never did get eggs from my new run. So I called the lady that I order my birds from, and I told her I wanted to get a run of hens that have not been vaccinated. And I'm going to start them on an organic meal with my own homemade chicken feed, and I didn't want them vaccinated because my third round was vaccinated. My first 2 were not. So I don't know if it was the food. She says it's not the food, and that's crazy conspiracy theory, but I have had that happen. So if it's not the food, then that means it's the vaccines. So because that's the only run of chickens I had that were vaccinated. So yeah, I don't know. So I ordered another run of chickens. I got 4 new chickens coming. In fact, I gotta go pay her for that tomorrow. And we're gonna see what happens. You know, hopefully I'll get some eggs out of the deal, because the cost of eggs is just getting out of control. Everybody's going to packaged foods, prepackaged, and it's like it's all GMO fake stuff anymore. And it's quite sickly, and I feel like it's part of my issue. I feel like I'm probably having some health problems, not just because of what the military did, but also because of the type of foods that we're eating these days. I wonder, would it be beneficial to move these tables? I don't want to move any of these. If you move a table and somebody's sitting there, they get so mad. I don't want any, like, angry people. I just assume wait for them to get up and leave. Just like that. Boom. And now, move these over. Okay, I might move that all the way. I guess I could put them in like that. Don't really like it there. I'm gonna put it over here. I'll do that for now until that guy leaves. Because otherwise he's gonna get mad. Come on, dude, Dana, how many cups of milk are you gonna drink? I think that's what that is. Oh, maybe it's just lemonade. I thought the lemonade was yellow, but the beer is yellow. Lemonade's kind of a white yellow. And then water's blue. And then wine's, what's wine? Pink, and then, or purple. Ale's red. So I see some ale out there. Okay, I bet that's wine. And then that's ale. And that's water. That's beer. That's probably lemonade. What's this bright white stuff then? It's not water because the water is blue. There was a water. So I don't know, man. I'm confused. I thought, oh, okay, it's just milk or something. Because, yeah, there's a milk barrel. It's just locked. I haven't unlocked it, I guess. So that's, that's weird. I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, I'll just do it when they close. It's 11 p.m. The place is going to close in a minute. They'll all start pouring out, and then I can adjust these tables. Yeah, it's closing out right now. Alright. So move this out. This back. This in here. Yeah, I think that'll work alright. That'll leave me room for another one here. I could move those in closer, I guess. Which would actually leave me room. I'm gonna do it just to do it, and I've got the 3 there anyways. Actually, there. I mean, it's overkill, and they can't sit there, but I've got them, and they're there. And then later on, I can just add 1, 2, 3 more tables like right here, and I've got the chairs already. So I'm not even, Oh, they do add prestige. So I probably should pop this in here and get that 1500 prestige up. Should I make it freestanding? I think so. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Just for now. It'll just be for now. We'll see what happens. Oh, I don't have 10 cheese anymore. I only have 1. Well, that kind of sucks. Because I have to send those guys out for the cheese. Right? No. Hire adventurers to get these ingredients. Okay, so I have to get those guys to get these ingredients. Needed. I need cheese. Okay, I can't do anything until they get here. Adventurers, go. Cheese. Excuse me. What's the matter, Sterling? Well, he's about to get a raise anyways. But I'll give him a dollar raise just to make him happier. Alrighty, let's see. I may go for another like 15 minutes and then probably gonna call it quits. That'll put me at 1 a.m. Oh, excuse me. Well, I have everybody here. Whoever's watching, I guess. I want to thank you guys for I'm at 13 followers, or yeah, I don't know, what do you call it? On YouTube, they're subscribers. So I have 13 subscribers on YouTube. I really want to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys. It really means a lot to me. And thank you for following. Thank you for liking my videos. I know it seems petty to some, but it's a lot to me. It means that there's somebody out there that likes what I have to put out, and it will get better. It always does. The more I put effort into it, I feel like the better my videos get, and the more that I have to offer to you guys. So I do thank you for that. On Instagram, if you're not on Instagram or following me on Instagram, check out my Instagram, Rogue Bandit 59. I have 40 followers on there, so my Instagram followers, thank you. I appreciate you guys. On Twitch, I think I only have like 3, which is cool. I rarely stream on Twitch unless I have a lot going on. So, but regardless, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you all, and I can't do any of this without my viewers. So thank you, viewers. I love you all. God bless you. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And stick around, and things will get better. And I also encourage you to leave comments or send me messages, DM me, or whatever you call it. Because if you have ideas on things that I can do to make my streams better, or things that you might want to see in my streams, or just you just want to say hi or chat or whatever, by all means reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to chit chat with some of you and meet you guys, and online, of course. I mean, it'd be cool to meet you in real life too. You know what I mean? Just because, whatever. Just to interact with my fan base and viewers. And I'd like to build that up, but I want my viewers to be part of it, because that's what it's about. It's like, you guys are here to watch things that you like, right? And so if you stop here, you obviously, there's something that you see in my videos that you like. The games that I play, or what I have to say, or my rants, or maybe you laugh at me because I get on here and complain about stuff that happens to me throughout the day. I don't know. Whatever it is, I just want to offer more of that to you guys. And, I can only do that if I know what it is that you guys like. So, by all means, reach out to me and let me know if there are things that you would like to see, or have me do, or say, or whatever. I don't know. Reach out to me. Say hi. Say you suck. I don't know. You know what I mean? Something. I would like if more viewers would get involved, and in turn it will allow me to do. Doing this again. Sorry, that is my Avid Pro Tools updater. This thing. Let me open it real quick. This, yeah, it's got an update. Okay. And it happens once in a while that they put up updates and stuff, and it automatically update. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and re-download Avid and put it back on my computer. I haven't purchased it yet, so I'm using my Rogue Bandit email address instead of my personal email address that my old account is on. That way I can get a 30-day free trial on here and do some work. And so once I have that all set up, I'm going to start mixing some music, and then also I can edit some more video without using that ghetto CapCut. I mean, it's alright. CapCut does what it needs to do, but it has its problems, and it's kind of cheesy. But it does. It has its place. It's just not my thing. I prefer professional software that allows me to do what I want. And I'm sure that stuff does too. You just can't do what I do on Avid. I mean, if you guys have Premiere Pro, you know, there's so much that you can do on Premiere Pro that you can't do on these other apps. So, you get it. Avid's the same. There's just stuff that you can do on Avid that you cannot do on others. And it also comes with, I also have native access. No, don't pin that to start. Remove, unpin from start. More, pin to taskbar. There we go. Yeah, this little, oh, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Right here. This thing here. Native access. It gives me access to like pretty much every sound bite, sound clip that you can imagine. And it works with Contact 8, which is, some of you might have 7, but I have 8 because it's new. I just uploaded it or downloaded it. And it allows you to play the sound clips and move them around and modify them and change them to fit your needs before uploading them to Pro Tools. And then it also has all the controllers and stuff. So I can do mixing with a controller-like board right on my computer without having a manual controller, like a DJ controller to mix and fade. I can just do it on the little buttons and stuff that it puts up on the screen. And it looks like a little mixer too, like the mixing board, the crossover board on a controller. So it's kind of cool. You get all the same actions as a hardware controller right here on your desktop. So this fuchsia world has been doing all right. I mean, it hasn't been awful. It's hit and miss from what I like to listen to, but it hasn't been awful. So shout out to Fuchsia World. Check her out on Twitch if you're on there. And if you're on Twitch, follow. And I'm gonna try and get on there more. I just, let's see. Let me open up my channel on a new tab. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I literally have like 3 followers. Oh no, I have 8 followers. Wow, thank you guys. That is more. I without a doubt know I was under 5. So now I'm at 8. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. I apologize that the last stream was 2 months ago with Willie Sanchez. And it was only, apparently it was only 25 minutes long, or that was just a clipping of what I was streaming. So I'll get on there and stream a little bit more. Maybe I'll set it up to where I stream on a Sunday evening or something. And, yeah, hopefully you get some, oh, excuse me. Hopefully I can get some more followers on there as well. But hey, I didn't know I had 8 followers, so that's great, man. That's awesome. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. So yeah, if you're on Twitch, check it out. My name is the same on Twitch, Rogue Bandit 59. Pretty much all of my accounts are either Rogue Bandit or Rogue Bandit 59. And it used to be Rogue One. And then Disney came out with their new Star Wars movie, and they named it Rogue One. And I was a little upset about that because I kid you not, within a week after that movie came out, everybody and their mother was like, "Oh, you got the same name as the movie. You like the movie? You like Star Wars? Blah 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 blah." No, that was a really old name since like the 90s. So no, Rogue One. It's old as crap. That was my old name because of Disney and people's need to like follow whatever it is they see in a movie. They think that that's what it was. They thought, oh, this guy just Rogue One Disney fan, whatever, or Star Wars fan. And I was a Star Wars fan until Disney bought it out, and then it kind of went to crap. I'm not really a fan of what Disney has done with it. Some of it's alright. I liked the first one, Phantom Menace. That was okay. Especially since it had been years since a new Star Wars was made. But it was good, and it kind of fit the story that was in the books. And it kind of connected with the original 3, 4, 5, and 6. But I grew up with the original remastered version. So all the stuff that you see in the original Star Wars trilogy that was added in after Phantom Menace was made, that's all new to me. My daughter, that's all she's ever seen. But to me, it's very different. And I used to have a set of VHS of the trilogy, the original trilogy, but it's gone now. I don't know what happened to it. Which is unfortunate, because I would like to have an original copy. Because I watched it all the time. And the re-edit, I don't know what you call it, remastered, re-edited, they redo that stuff, and I don't like it. It adds to it, and it changes the story a little bit. And you lose that memory, kind of having that enjoyment of the original movie kind of goes away. Because it's been changed. Not that it's been modified to make it better or worse, or not that it made it worse. But I don't think it made it better. I feel like movies, once they're made, should just be left alone. And they don't seem to do that anymore. They need to change everything. Oh, we need a different character, or we need a different this, or we need a different that. Well, why? Just make a different movie. Don't change what's already been made. Just make a new one, You think you can do better? Do better. Don't change the old one. Because then you typically ruin it. In my opinion, a lot of them have been ruined. And, that's what I feel. I feel like movies get ruined when they try and change them or update them. Just leave them alone. Make a new movie. Alright, that's enough of that rant. I mean, at least they didn't have Michael Bay do it. And just imagine all the explosions in space. Explosions! Explosions, Michael Bay. That guy, man. Don't get me wrong, he makes good movies. He's a good producer. I do like the Transformers movies quite a bit. but they can be a little over the top and a little unrealistic, and that's I like to make my films realistic. Oh, dang it. Sorry, you guys have no idea what I'm standing here doing, and I just messed up what it is that I'm doing, and now I have to take it apart and redo it. But I'm not really going to say what it is that I'm doing, because, to be honest, it's none of your business. No, I'm just kidding. I am cleaning something, and I had to take it apart to clean it, and I did that, and then I put it back together without putting the thing in there, and it kind of messed it up a little bit. So, and I'm sure some of you that are of age and of that type can figure out what it is that I'm doing just by the sound and by what I'm saying, but the majority of you probably won't. It's nothing bad. I just, you know, not everybody needs to know private business, you know. It's like really weird that this generation they always wanna put out everything that they do, you know. It's like just keep it to yourself. It's safer that way, you know. Alright, I'll do that. Top off these. Save. Alright, I'm going to call it. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by again. I really appreciate you all. Thanks for all the subscriptions and follows and likes and everything. And you know, please just interact with me. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you don't, that's fine too. You know, I like to lurk in a lot of rooms and channels myself. So yeah, I'm just I'm trying to get started. It'd be nice to work my way up. I'm not trying to gain 1 million followers overnight. You know, I just want to organically grow my page and my channels and just do better each time. So any advice you guys have for me, by all means, you know, shoot me some advice, and I'm all ears. Let me pop up this real quick. Excuse me. So this is Fuchsia World. How you guys can see. We'll just leave her up for now while I finish talking. Where was I? So yeah, you know, I'm willing to make changes. I just don't know which direction to go in, and you know, so reach out to me. Leave comments on my videos, what you like, what you don't like, so I can make changes to that stuff, and you know, hopefully I can create my channel to be more fitted to my viewer base. So yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. It's been going for 2 hours now, and you know, it's getting pretty late for me. It's 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, February 1st. So you know, got that going for me. That means I probably have money in my bank account, as long as my renter paid his bill. And yeah, I'm gonna call it. So thanks, you guys. I appreciate you all, and I apologize if you're offended by me saying guys a lot. I'm in California. You can be a guy, you can be dude, and all these things, and it doesn't matter what your gender actually is. I don't really care about your gender. Dude, I call my wife dude. You know what I mean? I won't call her bro, but you know, I'll say dude or man or whatever to just about anybody. So, guys, when I say you guys, I just mean people in general. So please don't be offended with me. I'm not a politically correct person. I never will be. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that being said, you guys have a good one. And God bless. And I hope you the best day or night, wherever you may be. Take care.